Hello and welcome to the Different Strokes exercise programme. My name is John Graham. I'm the Clinical Director of Physiofunction, one of the UK's leading providers of independent outpatient stroke rehabilitation. I've worked with Different Strokes as an expert physiotherapy advisor for over 20 years. I've devised the classification system for this programme so that you can identify the level that matches your current abilities. Exercising at the correct level will allow you to benefit from exercising regularly at home whilst ensuring your safety at all times. I wish you every success with the programme. Before you begin any exercise programme or begin to follow any of the training recommendations, advice or other instructions, you should first consult your doctor and have a physical examination. The recommendations, advice and instructions provided by Different Strokes and the instructors leading these exercise sessions are in no way intended to replace or to be construed as medical advice. Build up slowly. Start with 1 to 2 sessions a week, gradually increase to 3 to 5 sessions a week. This is your level 3 session with Mathilde. Level 3 sessions are designed for people who can move their affected leg reasonably well, but who may have restricted movement in their affected arm. The exercises are a mixture of seated and standing exercises. For the standing exercises, you will need a sturdy upright chair to assist you with your balance. For your safety and to gain the greatest benefit, you will need to ensure that you have a carer or family member available to supervise your standing.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another Different Strokes exercise video. This is for level 3 strokes. We are on session number 12, so we're going to be working on core and functional movement. Today I have got some dumbbells with me as usual, and make sure that you read through the notes that accompany this video before starting. But we're just going to get straight into it, so we're going to start with our marching, get a good pace going so that we're nice and warmed up. Good, and out to the front and back in. And out to the sides. Good. And bringing the knee up as high as you can, squeezing it up to your chest and releasing right down. Good. And we're going to lift the leg and bring it out to the side for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And switch over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. We're going to rock forwards out of the chair if you can. Good. This is a half sit to stand. Good. And we're just going to warm these knees up by extending the legs out, so getting them primed, ready for exercise. Try and point your toes to the sky as you extend each leg out and back. And we're going to go onto our toes now, warming up these ankles and these calves. Can we do them side to side? Good. And pedal up and down, one and then the other. Good. We're going to warm these sides up, so gently going, leaning one side and then the other. Nice and slow, coming up, nice and central, sitting up tall and then down to the other side. Good. And now we're going to reach up and over with one hand and the other. Good. And hands together, bringing them up as high as possible and gently back down. Let's do 5 of these. 3, 4, 5, good, and to our chest and out in front now. Good, and now we're going round to the side and twisting round to the other side, trying to keep them as straight as you can. Good, let's do some shoulder circles now. Going backwards and forwards. Good. Arms out to the side, touching the opposite shoulder. Reaching over and touching. Good. And we're just going to do now ear to shoulder, gently side to side. And down and up. Good. So, core and functional movements today. We're going to be starting off with a core circuit. So, a few things you need to know with the core circuit is that you want to be sitting on the edge of your seat, so the front edge, so you're going to want to shuffle forward so that there's plenty of room between your back and the back of the chair. For these, you can grab some resistance, so grab some weights if you want to, but you don't have to. So we're going to go through a group of exercises. We'll rest for a little bit in between each one, and then we're going to repeat them one more time. So, first exercise is sitting on the edge of your chair. You're now going to have your legs out slightly in front of you and leaning back. Now when I'm leaning back, my back is still not touching the back of the chair, and that is really important because that is what is making my core nice and engaged rather than using the back of the chair. So leaning back, got our weights in our hands, we're going to twist round and twist round the other way. So these are Russian twists. We're going to start now, so we're going to do 20 of these. So off we go. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, good, 10 more, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, 2, 1. Good. Resting for 30 seconds or just under. Let ourselves recover slightly. And then the next one I shall explain, and then we can get into it in about 10 seconds. You're going to lean back, legs further out straight, so they're more straight than the last exercise, lifting one up and then the other, and my back is still not touching the backrest. Are we ready? Off we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Then we just need one weight or no weights for this next one. We're going to be leaning down to one side and coming up nice and tall. So we're working these obliques. I want you to count to 3 seconds on the way down and 1 second on the way up. So we're just doing 10 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Let's switch over to the other side and going down and up. That's 1. 2, remember, slowly down and a bit faster up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Resting, let's have a 20 seconds rest or so. And the next exercise, you want to have one leg out straight and one leg bent. Now you're still on the edge of the chair, so you've still got a big gap between your back and the back of the chair. You're going to lean back from here. This is a starting position up high, and you're going to bring your hands down to join your knee for 10. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Pop the other leg out in front, leaning back, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, keep going, 8, 9, 10. Good. Have another rest. They're particularly difficult, those. We're still on the edge of the chair. The last exercise is going to be leaning back to touch the backrest and coming up nice and tall. We're going to do 15 of these. So sitting up nice and tall, leaning back, just tap the backrest with your back and then coming up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. Hopefully you found those a little bit challenging. We're going to have a rest now, and then we're going to try and go through these all a bit more back to back. So there's not going to be so much rest in between each of them, but we'll have a good rest again at the end of those 5 exercises. So let's just take another 20 seconds now before we get started with our first one again, which is our Russian twists. So hopefully we're still on the edge of the chair, because none of these require us to move back. We want to stay on the edge of the chair. Now for this one, we have our legs out slightly, but not all the way out, leaning back, and we're going to twist round. That's 1. Off we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 more, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bringing the weights up to the chest, legs now out straight with your toes pointing up, leaning back, still not touching the backrest, lifting one leg. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good. Get rid of one weight. Sitting up nice and tall, still on the edge of the chair, leaning down for 3 seconds and up for 1. Off we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, good, keep going, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's switch over to the other side and off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Sticking with our one weight, we're now going to bring one leg out straight and one leg bent, flat on the floor with your foot. The other foot is off the floor. You're then leaning back, still not touching the backrest with your back, starting with your arms up here, bringing the knee up to join, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Switching over to the other side, leaning back, arms up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. We're going to grab both weights. We're nearly at the end. We've got one more exercise and then we'll move on to our more functional training. Going to lean back and sit up nice and tall. For 15 of these, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Good. Let's pop the weights down, have a rest for 30 seconds or so. And then we're going to move into some more functional exercises, so you can just follow along when we start in the next 20 seconds. So have a swig of your drink if you want. Nice deep breaths, recovering. Hopefully we can feel that, feel our tummy muscles, our core muscles have been working quite a lot just there. So this next exercise, I want to reach down to opposite toe for 10. Or sitting up in between. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. We're going to grab our weights, and if you want to, you can do a lot of these standing now as well. So with our arm exercises, where we're going to raise the arm all the way up as high as we can and back down, and we're going to switch over to the other side. You can do this standing or seated. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, try doing it standing. Good. Two more. 9, 10. Good. So now we're going to reach over. So actually, if you do want to come down seated for this next one, we're going to look at reaching as far as we can to one side, taking our time, going to the furthest point, and then going over to the other side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. We're going to pop those weights down and we're going to bring one leg out straight. We're going to reach down as far as we can, bring the leg in and the other one out. Run your hands down your shin as far as you can so you feel a good stretch, and then coming back up. And we're going to keep switching. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Let's come up out of the chair and behind the chair so that we've got this to stabilize us. We're now going to lean over to one side, and as we lean, the opposite foot's going to come up. So it's a bit of single leg balancing as well. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. If we can, I'll give you a moment to put your weights on your chair, and we're going to stand to the side of the chair. So we're going to focus on bending down and picking something up and standing up nice and tall. So bending these knees, keeping that back straight, sticking your bum out, coming down to touch the chair and standing up nice and tall. So let's do 10 of these. 2, and if you can, try and release your grip when you're down here, and then grip onto the weights again. Good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. We're going to come back down to the chairs and pop the weights down. And we're going to work on getting a bit more movement in the spine. So you're going to have your opposite hand to the opposite knee, and you're going to twist towards that leg that you're holding. So use your leg to pull yourself round and twist. And you can use your chair as well. And we're going to twist round to the other side. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Pause for a moment. Hopefully our backs feel a little bit more loosened up. We're going to come forwards out of our chairs, so making sure your feet are nice and flat and square on the floor. We're going to just come forwards out of our chair for 10, like this. So a half sit to stand, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Hopefully feeling that in our thighs a little bit as well, getting them more strong. We're now going to come all the way up. We're going to try and do 10 sit to stands and back down nice and gently, slow and controlled. All the way up. Good. That's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Good. That one will probably elevate our heart rates a little bit, make us slightly out of breath because we're using quite a few muscles to do some repeated sit to stands. So let's take some nice deep breaths here for a moment. And then we're going to work on bringing that knee up to the chest. If you can, try and cross it over. This will really help if you're struggling to get shoes and socks on, things like that. Being able to cross it over. Good. If you can't cross just yet, just trying to bring it up as high as it will go. Good. Keep going, couple more. Lovely stuff. We're now going to reach forwards with one arm, so twisting a little bit as we reach. And again, the other side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And the last exercise we're going to do is going to be a static exercise, meaning we're going to hold a certain position. So coming back to our core exercises, we're going to have our hands up at our chest. You can use your weights if you want to create a bit of extra resistance. And we're going to lift the feet off the floor and try and hold this for 30 seconds. So let's start. 3, 2, 1. Off we go, holding it for 30 seconds. Try not to let your back touch the backrest, so making sure that we're on the edge of the seat. Keep holding it for another 15 seconds. And 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax out of that position. Let's do just a few stretches to finish off. We'll bring our feet up and lean forwards as far as you can. So let your arms and neck go nice and floppy and hold it here. And gently coming up Going over to one side, you can hold on to a chair leg if you've got a chair like mine. Feeling the stretch in this side here. And now in the opposite side. And let's bring an arm across, stretching through the shoulder a bit and the back of the arm. We're nearly there for session 12. And other arm. Let's stretch these wrists out as well, so gently pulling the fingers back. If you can't use one side, you can use your leg instead to help push those fingers back, and the same with the thumb. And then we're going to switch over. And thumb. And we'll finish with ear to shoulder, holding it here this time, feeling that stretch in your neck across your shoulder. Gently over to the other side. And down. And up. And then we can rest for today. If you wanted to add any of your own stretches on, please do, or any more exercises. But that is it for session 12 today, guys. So really well done for completing it. And I look forward to seeing you again in another video. But thanks for following along. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.